Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Welcome to the Sweatbox. That is Trading with Dan. Hope you guys are all well. I just got back from the gym. Just got back from some half-price breakfast as well, thanks to the UK's government scheme where we get half-price food Monday to Wednesday. Anyway, so we will check out those Bitcoin charts and see what is going on. So you can see obviously we had that big move down yesterday, and this is today's candle. Looking like we're trying to push back up, push back above this 11,500 area that we've got, this 11,500 resistance. If we do get back above that and back into the triangle, then that is relatively bullish. It kind of shows this was just a bit of pressure down from obviously stock markets and gold markets and silver markets, which I believe is just profit taking at the moment. Obviously on this daily chart you could see we could move down this line. It doesn't, I mean, where we draw the bottom of the trend line, we can adjust it as we go along, as we get new information. That's just kind of what we have to do. What I will say is the move down in stocks was pretty vicious. The move down in Bitcoin was not so vicious. So that does show strength in Bitcoin, and stock markets are now almost, well, the S&P at least has almost retraced all the gains. I say all the gains. It has regained all the losses, so it's retraced almost all the losses from yesterday. Oil is starting to, well, it's back above 42s and was basically in the high 42s yesterday, so that's back up there. Well, silver has got back up to nearly 26 from 24. It was only really hovering around 28s before, and then gold is back. Well, gold's at 1930, so not above 2,000 yet. But hey, basically we look like we've got a bit of a recovery from yesterday. And looking at the S&P and stocks, and especially oil, I would say on the balance of things, it's more it was more just a corrective move, and now we're going to keep reflating these asset prices rather than the start of something bigger, and this just been a bit of a dead cat bounce. So yeah, that's my overall view, and that clearly is obviously bullish for Bitcoin. I mean, we may have to at some point sort of draw a zone in the middle of here just because the price action around here, but I'm not too enamored with doing that. As you can see, historically it doesn't line up with much, but clearly it is a level for recent price action. So I will draw it on, but realistically, this is the rest of the levels are more macro, larger time frame levels. I would propose that this level is more is basically more a shorter time frame level that we'll just be keeping an eye on, because we can basically form a rectangular box. Markets do this a lot at highs, play out a rectangular box and then pop up, or we can trade this larger rectangle box and then pop up. So we will leave that line in there. Yeah, like I said, it's only really relevant to this shorter term price action. So if we break it, I wouldn't see it as catastrophic. I'll just see it as we're coming down to the major level that I believe will be of importance anyway. Whether it catches price and then we bounce off it and trade the range, or whether we break it and then have some more serious implications because we broke a more important level. So that's kind of how I'm looking at that. I mean, I'll quickly I don't really need to show the gold chart. I mean, you can see the daily. All what's happened is we're getting extended away from the daily 21. We basically came and tapped it wick below, got back above it, and if we do basically get above this horizontal here, start trading above the daily 21 and holding above the daily 21, I mean, it doesn't look bad. Basically, it does not look bad. Silver, it just looks like profit taking basically. Silver, similar again, tap the daily 21. I mean, guys, tapping the daily 21 and rallying off it is what bull markets do. It isn't what markets that are basically going to collapse. And with moving averages splayed apart like this in the correct order and or pointing upwards, that is indicative of bull markets. You can see the start. The Nasdaq. This Nasdaq isn't open yet, I don't think. This is a let's have a look at this one. Yeah, see this one's starting to bounce. So you can see on the Nasdaq. This is obviously a futures. This is the futures look, and this is obviously a cash market. But yeah, you can see we're already starting to bounce. You can see you can picture where the relevant trend line is. You can clearly see where the daily 21 is again. I mean, this is what I mean. You get away from the daily 21, trade sideways or down and test it. Away from it, come back and test it. Away from it, come back and test it. Away from it, come back and test it. Blah blah blah. So yeah, you can see that is how markets operate. So so far as everything been an absolute disaster, everything's not currently an absolute disaster. So I mean, we have to break the 21, test the break and lose the 21 to then basically go bearish. But at the moment, that isn't what is going on. So what are those implications? What are those implications for Bitcoin? They are none other than a continuation of the upward trend in all markets, not just Bitcoin, in all markets, in everything, in gold, silver, in stocks, in oil, in commodities, in other commodities, in cryptocurrencies, up and away. Obviously, we can address things if, like, say, the Nasdaq does lose that trend line, start to make actual real moves down, not just testing daily 21s. And we can obviously, yeah, if gold and silver start to make real moves down, not just testing daily 21s, then yeah, we'll obviously reassess the situation. We get that, like true Bayesians that we are, true basically people that take into account the new information as we get it, and just adjust what we're looking at. We haven't really had new information regards to disregarding current bull markets. So there is my moon boy 2 cents worth for today. So that is it really, guys. Quick video, not really much else to say, not too much else that I want to go over in this morning's video. We'll have the Forex update later, the Binance update, we'll have the Bitcoin evening wrap, and yeah, so I look forward to doing those videos. Again, thanks a lot, guys, for the 1k subscribers. I really appreciate all you guys. Well, I appreciate the fact that you guys appreciate the content that I produce. So that is great. That's a mutual feeling, isn't it? So so thanks again, guys. Remember, not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later.